Publishing videos on YouTube has been a lot of fun and incredible lessons have been learned along the way. We've since grown the channel over 100,000 subscribers in the last year since I've really started focusing on it. And it wasn't just me, it was actually a lot of people who have helped influence me in many different ways. So in this video, I wanna share with you 10 YouTubers and the lessons I've learned from them in one single word, starting with Roberto Blake. And the word that best describes Roberto is transparent. Because you'll notice in his videos, he's very real with you. He's very raw and honest with how he teaches creators to support their life and to live a fulfilled life as a creator online and making money. And he teaches a lot of people videos, but more than that, it's a lot about the mindset of becoming your own boss and stepping into yourself as a creator. As he often says, create something awesome, and that's exactly what he teaches people to do. But what I really enjoy the most is his transparency. Now, Roberto and I had the pleasure of doing some collaborations earlier last year, and that includes a Tesla video that we filmed together where I learned a lot about his story and how he got to where he's at, and we'll link to that and all the other videos that we're gonna talk about in this video in the description below. But major shout out to Roberto. Thank you for all the help, my friend, and I will continue to be inspired by you every single day. All right, next up, number 2, we have Amy Landino, and her word is persistence. And the reason her word is persistence is because she's been on YouTube for quite a long time, and it was only within the last 8 to 10 months that really her channel has begun to explode. She's found a groove, and she's found a style, and she's tried many different things over the years to really find her audience. And guess what? They found her, and her channel is growing like mad. And every time she reaches a new milestone, she and I have a little text chat together, and I'm just so proud of her and really inspired because it just shows that sometimes this takes time, but if you truly believe in what you do and you're also having a good time doing it, you can have some major growth just like Amy. Amy and I also did an interview together in Tactics in a Tesla, and it actually was the most popular one. Next up, we have Thomas Frank from College Info Geek and his channel, Thomas Frank. And the word for Thomas is quality. I actually had him in the studio for an interview, and he was telling me about his process of creating a video. And it was just not putting a camera on and filming. There was a lot of work that he puts into his videos. And if you check out some of his videos, you can see, once you start paying attention, to a lot of the little nuances design-wise and content-wise that he puts into the amazing content that he puts out. He also recently crossed the 1 million subscriber mark, and he's growing even faster. And again, I'm just super inspired by Thomas. Plus, he also has a lot of great advice on his channel for how to stay focused, how to study, how to get things done, and how to just live a very healthy and fulfilled life doing whatever it is that you do. So Thomas, well done, and make sure to check him out here too. All right, next up is Mel Robbins. She is an incredible author and speaker and YouTuber. She has nearly 500,000 subscribers, and I recently gotten onto her YouTube channel, not as a guest yet, but I meant like I've recently found it, and it's amazing. What I love about her and her word that I have for her is story. She tells amazing stories to teach, and it just is a great reminder that using a platform like YouTube, or even if you're a podcaster, use it to tell great stories. They are very engaging. They allow you to understand the lessons, not just the what, but the why behind it. So use your platform to tell stories is really the best thing that I learned from Mel. And she has a lot of great content to help you with personal development and growing your business and living a more fulfilled life. And again, she tells amazing stories. Another thing I noticed about Mel's videos is that she's funny. She's very witty. She like makes fun of herself, and she's just vulnerable and silly, and I love that about her. It makes me want to get to know her. I wish I did, because you can't help but fall in love with her when you watch her on your YouTube channel. So check her out, and again, links in description below. All right, next up, probably the ones who have helped me most in terms of just technically how to create videos that are engaging and how to utilize a lot of the mechanics of YouTube is Sean and Benji from Video Influencers. They just came out with a book recently called YouTube Secrets, which you should all check out. I'll have a link in the description below. But most of all, their channel is free information to help you grow your YouTube channel. So if you don't already know who they are, you should definitely check them out. But they're also, they get right to the point. There's hardly any fluff, and they have a great relationship, and they both have a lot of value to add to help us influencers and YouTubers really start to build amazing and big audiences and get more views and get more subscribers. Again, like I said, a lot of the technical stuff that you want to know about YouTube, well, you can find them on most of these channels that I'm talking about, but definitely Video Influencers with Sean and Benji. Now, what's the word for video influencers? Well, I remember meeting with Sean for collaboration earlier in the year. Also did an interview in the Tesla with him. I was on his channel, which was a lot of fun. And when he and his videographer were shooting for his channel, I learned about the importance of process. He had a very clear system of how to do certain things on his shoot. And it was like, he was like a drill sergeant there, not in a bad way, but he knew exactly like, okay, time to shoot some photos for thumbnails. All right, I think we need a shot for Facebook. And we were just like bam, bam, bam. And we were able to get like 10 to 12 pieces of content in addition to the main piece of content that we got, all in just a few minutes, because he just knew exactly what to do. Probably because he's done this many times before and he knows what he wants, but also likely because he just has that memorized in that list and the to-do. And so when you build systems, it just becomes habit. And when those things support your business and how you do what you do, I mean, it just makes everything easier. So we're trying to do even better here in the studio about getting better with systems and processes to help us better manage the channel as it begins to grow and the content that we're coming out with. So process, process, process. All right, next up we have Charlie. Charlie Marie TV, she and I had gotten together actually in London when I was there a couple of years ago at the Youpreneur Summit by Chris Ducker. And her YouTube channel is one that is very inspiring because her word is niche. She has a very specialized group of people who watch her videos, and those are designers and freelancers. And she teaches the design community how to be better designers, both as a business owner and as a graphic artist. And I love that about her. It's very narrow, yet she's been able to grow her channel to 120,000 subscribers as of this date, and it's continuing to grow even faster. And what I love about her is she's also very raw and very real and very honest and authentic on her channel, but I like how she also brings you behind the scenes on things too. So I could have selected any of those words with Charlie. I love her channel, and also her style on her videos are very clear. She has like this purple motif, and her videos are stylized very similarly. She's obviously a graphic designer, so that's really important, and it shows in her work. But most of all, her niche. It's just really inspiring because it just shows you that you don't have to cast a wide net in order to have major success. You can cast a very strategic net. By net, I mean put out amazing content that's gonna help your people. All right, next up we have Chris Ramsey. He's like a magician. I was gonna say musician, but that's I guess he is a muse, but anyway, he does card tricks and puzzles and a lot of fun things, and his video quality is really great. But you know what the word is for Chris? It is anticipation. Built into his topic and his subject, especially with the puzzles that he does. Some incredibly well-designed puzzles, beautiful, but also you wanna know if he's gonna solve these puzzles and how long it's gonna take. He actually, in his videos, will put the stopwatch on his phone to time how long he can, or how long it takes him to get through some of these puzzles. And some of these puzzles are really weird looking, like one that looks like a foot and another one that looks like a little orb inside a cage, and it's just amazing. But you once you start watching, you can't not watch it because you want to see how it all goes. And plus, just the story that he tells behind them and his commentary related to these puzzles just make you watch the whole thing. So the big lesson I learned from Chris is somehow try to create anticipation, create a open loop such that people will stick around in your videos and want to continue to watch all the way through. That is easier in some niches than others, but it is a thing that you should all be thinking about for sure. All right, next up we have Tim Schmoyer. Tim was very inspirational to me when I first started out on YouTube. He was very gracious with a lot of his time and helping me out and giving me lots of encouraging words along the way. So thank you, Tim, I appreciate that. And really, that signifies your word that I'm giving you, and that is inspire. You inspire me, your videos and the content that you have, the guests that you bring on. A lot of what you do is not just the education piece, but the inspiration piece too. You know, a great way to succeed with any kind of content you're coming out with is to do either one of three things. That is to educate, to entertain, or inspire. And Tim, many of your videos do all of those things, but mostly the inspiration is to me what I resonate with the most. And that's why when you invite other people on, like the other people I wouldn't even, like it's weird, I'm speaking to you now, Tim, even though the other ones I was speaking about them. Anyway, what Tim does really great is he invites people on to show you how they've done what they've done with their YouTube channel, a specific strategy that they've used, how persistent they were. And those are things that make just the idea of building a YouTube channel very real, and it just makes it something that is like, wow, I can actually do that too. Let me give that a shot. So I appreciate Tim for inviting successful YouTubers on his show very often and understanding how they were able to do what they do. Super inspiring. All right, number 9. Daryl Eves. I have to give a big shout out to Daryl because he invited me to VidSummit in 2017 and then again in 2018 to speak to the VidSummit audience. But this is really where I started my, I would say, YouTube career. I mean, I have a lot of businesses going on, and I don't necessarily have a YouTube career per se, but my start in the world of YouTube happened at VidSummit because of Daryl and getting invited to this conference. But not only that, he's been very gracious in helping out personally how to grow the channel with specific advice related to a lot of technicalities as well. And the biggest thing that I learned about Daryl is about thumbnails. So that's actually his word, is thumbnails. And actually, I remember in 2017 when I went to VidSummit, there was an entire workshop. It was like 2 hours long on just the thumbnails alone. And then there was one particular video, one of the first ones that I published when I wanted to get serious about YouTube. It was my book review for the top business book in 2017. And it was a review about a book called The Coaching Habit. Well, he gave me some very specific advice about the thumbnail of that particular book. And when I took his advice, and you could see the thumbnail here, you can see that it becomes a thumbnail that you just have to want to click on because you want to know, well, what is this book that Pat's talking about? If I were to just have a YouTube video with a picture of The Coaching Habit and in the title saying The Coaching Habit, it probably wouldn't have been viewed this many times. So I'm very excited to continue to be inspired by Daryl on a lot of the more smaller technicalities of YouTube that can help you get more views and more subscribers. So hopefully you can pick up a lot of advice from Daryl on his channel too, if you haven't yet already. And finally, and this may come to no surprise to you because a lot of people are inspired and love this person, Peter McKinnon. Peter McKinnon is somebody who creates amazing videos, but the word from Peter is fun. I mean, in every single video of his, on his adventures, about his cameras, he's having so much fun. You can just tell that he's real and just he's enjoying the process. And I think that's a huge lesson for all of us as we create, is to just enjoy the process, have fun. And yes, we may be a little bit more technical in some videos than others. And yes, some videos may be a little bit more serious than others. But all in all, like, he's doing YouTube because he's having fun doing it. And I think that's an important reason to do it, because a lot of times the YouTube game is very much a struggle, especially when the numbers may not be where you want them to be. But honestly, it doesn't really matter what the numbers are if you are having fun, because if you're having fun, people will see that and you create and pump out more content and you're more consistent. Well, guess what? Your numbers are gonna grow anyway as a byproduct of that. So Peter, thank you for teaching me to have fun in my videos, and I hope you are all having fun in your videos too. Let me know what you think. I wanna know which of these 10 people inspire you the most, and also if you have any people to add to this list and a word to go along with them, let me know in the comment section below. I'm curious because I love YouTube now, and I'm excited to dive into more channels and get inspired and influenced by more people too. And maybe that's you. So let me know in the comment section below if you have anybody that you'd recommend that the rest of the Team Flynn community check out. Team Flynn, you're amazing. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe to the channel, because a lot more videos are coming your way, and I cannot wait to share what I learn and put that onto you and see how I can serve you in your business, and not just on YouTube, but in whatever you're doing in your life to help you support and live a fulfilled lifestyle. So guys, I appreciate you. Take care. Team Flynn for the win. Dude, like Yoshi's tongue, is it? Does it look weird? Kind of.
Stop.